Welcome back, Gangies. We're back to do some LeetCode. We're in dark mode. I got some sleep last night. Feeling well rested, feeling alive, feeling my blood pressure decrease, my heart rate at a nice medium level, my pupils dilated, specifically on LeetCode.com. But we're being bested by a problem which makes minimal sense to minimal people, so hopefully we can figure it out. The problem doesn't seem hard. I just don't understand it. I feel like half the difficulty with this problem is I just don't understand what they want. So we're gonna read it a couple hundred times and maybe we'll figure it out. That being the case, yeah, we're back to the grind. I think it. I unfortunately we're not gonna do all the easies before we do all the mediums, but we had to switch to the mediums, bro. We needed some challenge, so I think my heart rate rises to the challenge, so I think we just needed something a little harder. Because something about the easies was killing me. I'd be like, I would finish four in like 20 minutes, and then I'd be like, oh man, time to keep going. So that was kind of the worst. I'm also feeling better from the sickness, so that also might be why things are getting better. That's besides the point. We have more LC to do, more things to accomplish. So I think we're going to start cooking through the mediums. Eventually we're going to hit a graph problem. We're going to be stuck on it for a couple of weeks. But I think we'll have enough time for mediums for a long time. So there's like 1,300 mediums. We might be stuck in this phase for till the end of time. So what more can we really say about that except it's time to perform. So I think we're going to jump into it. At the same time, make sure you join the Hyperbolic Coding Chamber Discord. There's a Discord specifically designed to increase the rate at which one advances in LeetCode. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, you should definitely do it because, hey, why not? We also have some secret tips, tricks, and cheat codes. Like there's a secret command you can enter on any computer made after 2021, and it's going to initialize a secret instance of ChatGPT. With an automatically coded API key for OpenAI. So you can pretty much spawn a ChatGPT instance on any computer made after 2021 if you know this cheat code, but it's only available in our Hyperbolic Coding Chamber Discord. So if you're interested in something like that, you should definitely come through. That being the case, time will only tell if we'll be able to continue this. So where we are now, I think we're working on container with most water. Oh no, wait, I think we did figure it out. Looks like I have no idea what I'm talking about. I think we did figure it out. Yeah, we figured it out. It just turns out that our version takes too much time. So our version works in n squared time. We need a version that works in linear time, apparently. So the way we currently work this problem, and let me start the timer, is we just take each bar and we go to every other bar and we take the minimum of both bars and then we multiply it by the distance between the bars. If we're looking for the largest bar, maybe there's a way we can shrink this down to linear time. I think we can do this in linear time. If we started both pointers if we had a 2-pointer approach, we'd start one pointer at the end, one pointer at the other end, and the goal would be to slide the right pointer or the left pointer down based on which one is the smallest, right? So we started with this little one here on the left, and this other one here on the right. there's a red one on the right, and then we'll calculate the area for this. It's not going to be very large because the smallest of the two bars is going to be the first one. And so our value isn't going to be very large. And so how can we make the next largest value? It would be to slide up the one with the smallest height, right? Which when we move the left one up, now we calculate our largest height. Now, which one should we slide up next? The one on the right, we calculate our next one. Which one should we slide up next? In this case, we can just default to the left-hand one. And I think we should be able to calculate this in linear time. I'm trying to think if there would be anything that would kind of mess us up here. I think we should be okay. So to do this one, we're just going to need a left pointer, which is going to be equal to 0, and a right pointer, that right equal to height dot length. We'll say while left is less than right, and we'll say if height sub left, right. Well, first you want to calculate the area, right? So we'll copy this line, right? To calculate the y value, right, it's going to be the smallest of height sub left or height sub right, right? And then we know x is just going to be right minus left, which is their distance. And then we'll let area equal the math.max of area, or y times x. Or a better way to say this is h times w. For area, right? Now, where we move it up next is going to be dependent on which one is the smallest. So we'll say while we also want there to be at least a distance of 1. So we want to say while height plus 1 is less than right, which will always make sure that there needs to be a distance of at least 1 between them. Then we can say if height sub left is less than height sub right, then we want to slide up the left one. So we'll say left plus equal 1. Otherwise, we'll say right plus equal 1. And I have a really good feeling about this one. Oh my god, right minus 1. So this is actually promising that it works. In the case here, we return 0, and I forgot we have to adhere to the original requirements, right? We're going to definitely want to handle the edge case, right? If height dot length equals 2, we're going to run a return. Since the distance between them is always going to be 1, right? It's just going to be the math dot min of height sub 0 or height sub 1. Interesting. So we got 16 and the expected output was 17. The only way I see 17 is here with 18 and 17. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 minus 5 gives you a width of 1. I guess we don't have to have a difference between them of 1. Maybe we just need to have that one edge case. Nice. So this was pretty good. So yeah, that's cool. I like that they forced us to have to do a linear time solution. So that was pretty cool. I didn't think we'd ever actually get to the solution. So that is nice. So we did the brute force. Did we actually get? No way. That's crazy. Yo, we might be different. Okay, we might actually be a different breed. We actually got the other solution almost line for line, which is interesting. Maybe not, because it's a similar algorithm. It's kind of a modified algorithm you use for trapping rainwater. So that is actually incredible that we were able to get there. So feel strong. Do integer to Roman, which sounds like pain, to be honest. So Roman numerals are represented by 7 different symbols: I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, M is 1000. For example, 2 is written as II, just 2 ones added together. 12 is written as XII, which is simply X plus II. Number 27 is written as XXVII, which is XX plus V plus II. Roman numerals are usually written largest to smallest from left to right. However, the numeral for 4 is not III. Instead, the number 4 is written as IV. Because the 1 is before the 5, we subtract it, making it 4. The same principle applies to the number 9, which is written as IX. There are 6 instances where subtraction is used. I can be placed before V. I can be placed before V and X to make 4 and 9. X can be placed before L to make 40 and 90, and C can be placed before D and M 1000 to make 400 and 900. Given an integer, convert it to a Roman numeral. I think we could do this. I think we just have to have, we could do a while loop over num, right? Until num equals 0. And then we can go from largest denomination to smallest denomination, including the special instances like 40, 90, and 400 and 900. And so if we had something like 40, right, we know that, a 500 doesn't fit into it. C equals 100 doesn't fit into it. And 50 doesn't fit into it, right? And this is technically our entire symbol list, but we'd add a couple more here. We would add what is it called? We could add XL, right, to make 40. And then we could say, okay, subtract 40 and add this to the string. And I think that should get us where we're going. Because we would never ever write 4 i's, because I is a lower denomination than the value for 4. And so this should come out correctly. The only problem being we would have to copy and paste all of these right? Oh, no, it's a comma. What am I doing? But this is going to be an array of tuples. Okay, and then I think this is... Now we just need to add those other ones, right? There's actually a lot of space between all of these. That is kind of hard to watch. And so we'll add the other ones too. I think it's VI. I can be placed before V, so IV, right, to make 4. And then IX to make 9. Oh, it's the denomination before it. XL to make 40. And XC to make 90. And then we have CD to make 400. And CM to make 900, I think. CD, CM. And then I think we just do some let string equals this value right here, and we'll say while num does not equal 0, we'll do some work, and then eventually return string, which I'll actually change to be Roman. And then from here, I think we should just be able to subtract the largest denomination. Now that I'm realizing we don't even need a map. And we just, like we said, we're going to be going from largest to smallest, so we just need to reverse the order that this starts in. And then we'll add a comma, and then we'll just say val IDX starts at 0. So this is how we'll do it. And we'll say if values sub val IDX, right, sub 1, which would give us the actual value, right? So if num mod the denomination, right, equals 0, it means it goes into it perfectly. And it seems to have a problem with values, which is an array, sub-val idx, which does exist. I guess I need to see what the type error is. I don't understand. Oh my god, we're making some simple mistake. I don't know. You should be able to see. No, wait. I don't understand. I think I just retyped it and now it works. I guess we just missed the type on that, but if it equals 0, then it means it divides into it. And if it does, we want to know how many times. So say the dividend would be equal to num divided by values sub val idx sub 1, and then we'll say string we'll add however many times we were allowed to have it. We'll say string plus equal values sub val idx sub 0. This time we'll use I think we actually called it Roman. This time we'll actually add the symbol instead. And then here we can safely conclude that we can increment I think this is all we should have to do. I'm so, yeah, okay, let's see. If we print values, val idx, why are we having such a hard time, like, just, right, so if I subscript it with 1, oh, I see what's happening. And we'll say n val idx is less than values dot length. That's my bad. Wait, I said it equals 0. Wait a second. I think I messed up. Yeah, I think I just got confused, actually. I said if num, for example, 58 mod 50 would give you a remainder. and I think we should math.floor it to keep it, to know how many times it went into it. I also realized we never subtracted anything from num, so that it also doesn't make any sense. Dividend math.floor num divided by value sub valid x sub 1. Right, so we have the dividend, so how many times the number goes into it, and then here we'll change this to if dividend is greater than 0. It means it went into it some number of times. We should add how many times it went into it for the symbol into the Roman numeral string, and then we should subtract num minus equal dividend times value sub val idx. Sub 1. Okay. Yeah, I think I was thinking of this problem in some really weird. I don't know why this happens, but sometimes I'll see a problem and it's like I'm not seeing the problem. I'm seeing some like ghostly apparition of another problem which is similar, but it's not the same thing, and I just kind of struggle to see the problem for what it is. That was unfortunate, but we have threesome closest. Given an integer array nums of length n and an integer target, so I actually think we'll stop there for today.